Hello students, in our last lectures we have discussed about the concept of the quantum numbers, and today we will continue with our next topic, that is the shapes of the orbitals. So the first is the shape of the s orbital. For s orbital, the value of L and M is equals to 0. So as we know, both azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number both are responsible for the orientation of the orbitals. If both are giving the value equals to 0, so s orbital have only unidirectional orientation, means that is the probability of finding the electron in is same in all the directions because of the value of L and M is equals to the 0. So we can say that electron will be present anywhere in the orbital. And the next topic is the shape of the p orbital. For p orbital, the value of L is equals to 1 and M gives three values, that is +1, 0 and -1, as we have done in under the concept of the quantum numbers, that how from L we can calculate the values of the M. So for value of L is equals to 1, three possible values of M are here, means there are three p orbitals which symbolized as px, py and pz, and shapes of the p orbitals is dumbbell in which two lobes on the opposite sides separated by a nodal planes, like that. Here these are the, that is the first lobe and that is the second lobe, and opposite signs shows that both are present on the opposite sides, and that plane which is separating them, that is known as the nodal plane. Nodal plane is that plane where the probability of finding the electron is almost negligible. Now p orbital has directional properties, as we can say from their different structures or their symbols px, py and pz for the corresponding to these values of the M. So for first, that is the px orbital, this is a px orbital and this is a py and that is a pz orbital. For px orbital, orbital lies along x-axis and this is a nodal plane where probability of finding the electron is 0, and here in py orbital lies along y-axis, and in pz orbital lies along z-axis and xy gives the nodal plane, and in py zx or xz we can consider as a nodal plane, and in first px, in case of px orbital, yz gives us the nodal plane. And the next topic is the shapes of d orbitals. For the d orbital, L is equal to 2, then the values of M are -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. That is for L equals to 2, that is subshell is D, and there are 5 possible values which is -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. So now it shows that the d suborbit have 5 orbitals. Sorry, here we have to write d subshell. D subshell have 5 orbitals as dxy, yz, zx and dx square minus y square and dz square. So now each d orbital is identical in shape, size and energy. So these are the degenerate orbitals. All those orbitals which are similar in shape, size and energy, or basically which are having same size and same energy, are normally known as the degenerate orbitals. So now the shape of the d orbital is double dumbbell and it has two directional properties. For example, the first is the dxy, in which the orbitals lies between x and y planes. That is the x plane and that is the y plane. And similarly in case of yz, orbitals lies between y and z plane. And for zx again we are having the orbitals along x and z axis. So now here dxy, dyz, dzx are the same and 4 lobes in each lying in xy, yz and zx planes. In case of p orbital we have seen 2 lobes on opposite sides, but in case of d orbitals we are having the 4 lobes here. And the next is the shape of dx square minus y square orbital. In dx square minus y square, lobes are along the principal axis x and y axis. So along x axis and y axis the lobes will be present. And next is the shape of the dz square. dz square consists of 2 lobes along the z axis, these lobes, with ring at high electron density in a xy plane, and there is a ring present which is having the high electron density in a x and y plane. So this is the shape of the dz square. Note, as I have told you earlier, that all these 5d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square, all are having same energy, so that's why we can call them as a degenerate orbitals. And the next is the topic of nodes and nodal planes. Now we will see the definition of nodes and nodal planes. And a spherical surface within an orbital on which the probability of finding the electron is 0 is called the spherical or nodal plane, or we can also call it a radial nodal plane also. So clear? We can see it from here. For example, for s orbital, this is the shape of the 1s orbital. There is no nodal plane is present for 1s orbital. And for 2s orbital, that we are having a spherical surface within a orbital, and this spherical surface, this one, is representing the region of the 0 probability of finding the electron, is called a node. And generally we can calculate the number of the nodes as n minus 1. For example, for 1s orbital, if we have to calculate, this principal quantum number value is 1, and again according to formula n minus 1 equals to 0. So that's why no node is possible for 1s orbitals. And then the next is angular node. Value of the angular node will always going to be equal to the value of L, and radial nodes are calculated by using the formula n minus L minus 1. So now if we have to calculate the number of nodes in case of 2s orbital, we can calculate it by using this formula n minus 1. So now for 2s orbital, the value of n will be, for this orbital, value of n will be 2 and minus 1 equals to 1. Same I have told you earlier that here there is a one nodal plane present. And next we will do some examples for better understanding of this concept. So see, if we have to calculate the radial node for 3s orbital, that the value of n for this is 3, and s orbital always give value of the azimuthal quantum number L equal to the 0. So now radial node we have to calculate by using this formula. So now value of n is 3 and value of L is 0, and minus 1 we will have equal to 2. So same for 3s orbital, this is the first node and this is the second node. Two nodes are present. And then for 5d orbital, if we have to see, value of n is 5 and L is equals to 2. So radial nodes we can calculate by using this formula, n minus L minus 1 equals to 2. So now how we can calculate the number of the nodes, angular nodes and radial nodes? You can calculate by using all these three formulas. If you want to calculate the number of nodes for 5d orbital, number of angular nodes for 5d orbital, then its value could be 2 because the value of L is 2 here. So angular nodes for this orbital will be 2. So all the numerical problems given in your NCERT book related to this topic you have to try once. So with this, our today's lecture is completed. Thank you.